I get my decks out, I get my cards out, and I pull for the month ahead. So this was March, and I was just looking over it to see how it went for me, to see how the guidance matched up. I don't know. It's interesting. If you're a member of the channel, you saw this video, or this video went live. It's the weekly poll. It's more than just the week though. I went through each day for about, I think, 10 or 12 days. I don't remember. And it was quite interesting. This I did with the tarot, but I do my monthlies with my guidance. So there's usually the same hitters that the same categories that I usually pull for. So these are your general categories. I pull for general guidance, health, love life, and there's career, there's money, there's spirit life, there's, hey, Jay Willie, how are you? Hey, 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 hey. So, other categories that I like to pull for are things that might be relevant for the month ahead, or things that I'm moving through and want some like a general umbrella guidance to go back to. So something that I been trying to focus on is like self-care, self-love, what I need as like a me. So that's a category that I did here. And I also did like various ventures, you know. So if you have a business, for instance, you can have your guidance for your business, and you can break that down by like client acquisition, fulfillment, and like my employees or something like that. I don't know. But what I'm saying is like this can be pretty broad. Just decide on your categories. I don't know. I kind of have all like my sticker books out here because maybe I'll decorate a little bit, and it's really just like a hangout session then at this point. If I decide to do that, which means it'll go quite long, or I'll just cut the recording and do that later. But if you want to take your guidance, your notebook out, your divination tools of choice out, and if you want to, oh yeah, definitely hangout session for sure. Really, I should have wrote hangout session in the title, but if you want to take out your notebooks and your divinatory tools, your favorite one, or the one that you want to learn, I would pick a clear one for the guidance system that you're doing. One that you kind of know, so that as you're pulling it, you know what you're kind of doing. And then for the weeklies, like I said, I put the weekly in the member section. So this is like a day by day, but this was really predicty. So this was telling me like what my day could be like. And as you can see, I filled it out for like the days that I pulled for. Anyway, we're gonna get into holy cow. Yeah, oh nice. Get your notebook, girl. Get your notebook. Let's do this together. Oh damn, 9 months. Holy cow. That's amazing. Matchstick, 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 matchstick. Here. Let's get into it. So I know for sure that for April, I'm gonna be doing, I'll do April here. Oh, use both decks. Really, use both decks. If you have 2 decks, you could pull a card from each for all the categories that you're checking for. So I think what I'm gonna do for April, I honestly want to get my stamp set out for April. And by the way, you don't have to do anything crazy for your for your poll, you can make it as basic as this. This is literally me just doing this stuff here. It doesn't have to be crazy at all. In fact, the least amount of work that you have to put into it, the better. Just because you don't want to hinder you don't want any obstacles to get in the way of you doing the work. I'm on camera, so I have to do the work. I'm sitting right here. This does not have anything for me. So, yeah. You go ahead and do what you gotta do. I have a bunch of stickers that I need to finish up and I want to use them. So, oh, what? Come on now. $1.99. Thank you so much, Jay Willie. I'll pull a card for you for what the wisdom of the Oracle has for you as far as guidance, but I'm sure your decks will be that much more better for you. Thank you so much for that. Jesus, you really didn't have to. Goodness, thank you. What the fuck? This is about to fall all the way off. Okay. Sorry, my tripod was actually gonna fall off. Like, for real, for real. Oh shit, I think it is broken a little bit. Oh, I don't need this garbage. I'm having such a bad week. Let's just, I hate everything. Okay, so this is Abril. I almost wrote Abril. This is April 2021. Pretty sure I wrote March 2020, didn't I? Okay. Are we in 2021 or 2022? What year are we? Shit. I'm pretty sure in my actual journal I wrote 2021. I'm such a hot mess. Okay, well, I think we're in 2022. Right? That's the year we're in. Okay. Cool. So, see, this is, I can't be trusted to just be left alone with stuff. I need to like finagle into everything. Okay, I have no idea what format I'm doing, but I should do something. Absolutely. Honestly, just write the categories that you care about. The general categories that exist are a general, a love, a health, a fitness, I don't know, money, but have like maybe a form of question for the bigger categories like money. Maybe the money category could be what to do with your money, or how best to use it, or where best it could go, or how best to bring more money in, or whatever the question is. Like, you can do whatever you want. Be open. It's just a nice place to practice your practice of practicing. I don't know. Okay, so usually I save this big box if you have the Me journal, which is, the link should be in the description box to get your own Me journal if you want to follow along in this journal. But for the general poll, I usually put it there. And then I think I want health guidance. And then, now this is where it gets a little bit difficult. I know if you would do like 13 squares down, that's the size of this box, 13 and 13, or 13 by something. So there's that. But I usually need a little more space, not gonna lie. So I'll just do something like that. And then we'll do love here. And then, another category that I really want to get into is, I almost wrote sanity. Okay. I think it's self-care, self-love, mental health. Just because I'm having a real hard time, and I think I need to do this more. So just some guidance for my mental health and my sanity. Really, I really should just wrote my sanity, because that's just more fueled for me. And then money, I am gonna do money. I might do, I don't know if I'm asking how to get money or guidance on spending money. Probably a little bit of both. I'll leave that to myself. And I think something I want to check is, I don't know, like career, work, mentality. So like, how should I approach my that? So if you have different categories that you're doing, please let me know. Because like I said, this is live, but if you're doing this after, please go ahead and leave it in the comments, because some people might like some of that, some of those ideas. So, like I said earlier, I have some, fuck. God. I have letters, bro. I have letters. Ugh. Anyway, I wish I could have used those. I'm trying to finish my sticker books, you know? So, all right. Anyway. I think I'm going to put this sticker, this little cute one. Hey y'all who's joining. Grab your books, grab your divination decks, grab your cards, grab your tarot. Let's go ahead and do this pull. I'm just decorating because I'm stalling, but okay. So let's see. So this is the general format that I did. You got your yellow journal. Go ahead, girl. Use it. Use it. Avril. Oh, French is Avril? Damn. All right. I'm going to pull for Jay Willie. If there's anybody else watching right now in the chat, I will pull a card for you. In fact, if you're watching this, like this point in the video as it airs, and you comment in the comments, I will pull a card for you. How about that? A little something. So if you're watching this right now, or you're watching this in the video when it's posted, I will pull a general card for you for the month of April 2022, like what your guidance is. So if you're in here, holla, let me know. And that's all thanks to Jay Willie's super generous donation. A card for Jay Willie. Okay, so Jay Willie, you get 2 cards. I'm sorry. Jay Willie, you get Truth Be Told and Exchanging Gifts. This is your... What month are we in? Fuck my life. This is your April guidance. Truth Be Told and Exchanging Gifts. So what you want to do is Google Wisdom of the Oracle. Type in Truth Be Told. There's like 3 different readings. There's a general, there's a love, there's a prosperity. And also Exchanging Gifts. There's a general, there's a love, there's a prosperity. So those 3 messages are for you. I'd look at them for the general since I asked for what your general month, your guidance is. But you can go ahead and look up those other things and see what else it might apply for you. Okay? All right. So I'm going to start pulling for myself now. What is my general guidance for April? I hate this. I don't like the 2 cards come out, but it is easier on the reading the definitions, I can tell you that much. What's my guidance for April for my mental health? Amazing. 2 cards. What's my guidance for health? What's my guidance for my money? Wow. Spirit has a lot to say to me. What's my guidance for love? my guidance for career work mentality? What's the mental state I should be around? What's the attitude I should have? That's so weird. That's so weird. It's so hard. I don't get it. Oh yeah, you know, it's super simple. You know, you just yeah, I'd write the categories first so that you know what you're getting into. And how I did it is I did it all at once. Usually I like to sometimes throw the cards back into the deck just to see which energies are a lot more for me. But this time I did not. So here we go. So for general, it's Treasure Island in reverse and Fork in the Road in reverse. For my mental health and sanity, it's a leg up. That's really funny. And in reverse. And imagine. That's really fair. That's really fair. That's really fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Go the distance in reverse for my health. Interesting. I'm already seeing a lot of duplicates. If you remember when we did, if you've been watching along, if not, there's a playlist. When I did the poll for the whole year, April is No Place Like Home. So that's good to know. Like, this is going to be the energy of April. I like that it's in the upright. It's definitely better than March. I mean, March really felt like a bunch of just, ugh. Still does. April, No Place Like Home is more about like feeling at home in yourself and authenticity, and that's nice. Especially, that's really good news. As far as this is the energy though, right? This is the energy of the year. And what I'm pulling right now is the guidance. So anyway, I'm bringing this page up because a leg up came up, new life came up, and so it's interesting to see some of the repeated messages going on here. I believe April is going to be very enlightening. Yeah, I fucking hope so. Shit. In the best way, I hope. So for money, TikTok, that's so funny. And new life in reverse. I forgot what I was asking for money. I think it was how best to approach it. What do you think is the difference between the energy versus the guidance? The energy is what is, the guidance is what is within my power to do. So if I'm asking for, that's a very good question. The energy of the year is yang. And I tell the story in this video how the energy of 2021 was the magical map shifter. I use a different deck, and the magical map shifter is someone that comes to change your life. And last year I did meet someone who did change things around for me in my life in a very big way. So the energy of the year is a yang, meaning there's going to be yang is action, it's power, it's movement, it's creation, it's possibility, it's action, it's yang, you know. So that's the energy of the year, but my guidance, maybe given that energy, might be different. It might be yang as well. It might be a leg up, which is like ask for help during this energy that's moving through. So for instance, March was a fucked up month. I mean, not really. I just have a really bad week, but it wasn't terrible. But March was, you know, building blocks in reverse, which kind of talks about growing slowly or whatever the hell it talks about. And the guidance for March was to be fair and a leg up in reverse, which constantly shows up. That's in my mental health, a leg up in reverse, and that comes up in July as well. And it comes up in like some other stuff. So this is essentially like the energy that's going to be existing, that's going to be around me. And the guidance is how best I'm guided to get to my highest good. So you can be in a room full of people that are quiet. And is your guidance to also be quiet? Or is your guidance to engage? So that's the difference between energy and guidance. The energy is like what is, and the guidance is your actions or what you're guided to do. What is versus what I can do. Yeah. What is versus what you can do. So that's that. Oh, my love. My love guidance, amazing, is regeneration and higher power. Oh man, this line is so wrong. Okay. And my career work mentality guidance is yin in reverse. So a lot of reversals. A lot of reversals. I think the only non-reversal is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 non-reversals versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's okay. All right. And if you looked at the you guys don't know about the weeklies that I was doing, but there were reversals every day for the past several weeks. And reversal isn't bad, especially when you're looking at guidance. It's just it's actually much better when you get a reversal as guidance than like, oh, but this was prediction, so that kind of, well, anyway, I digress. So what I would do after pulling out the cards is I really wouldn't recommend you do this because you don't really have to. But as you're pulling out the cards, you can write down the intuitive hits that you get as soon as you get the card. Now, sometimes those are correct, but sometimes they're also wrong. I've gotten hits that, for instance, for my health, if you watched the last video, it felt like I was being yelled at, but then when I digress and look back, it's more so just like a reminder. So we're gonna do this together here. For my general guidance, I had Treasure Island in reverse and A Fork in the Road in reverse. I put all the cards away, so now I have to sort of like manually find them in the book. Crap. So, you're here? Nice. Thanks for keeping me company, Jay Willie. All right. So what I would do then is, oh, you're writing? Awesome. Good. I'm glad you're doing this with me. Yes. Let's go ahead and do the general, right? So Treasure Island in reverse and Fork in the Road in reverse. Treasure Island, I know this deck very well, is another card that actually showed up in March. It showed up in my, a lot of these cards showed up. Like the only new card here is TikTok. But I think TikTok actually showed up in my, I don't remember, girl. Anyway, so Treasure Island for me, now I start, thinking. I go, all right, Treasure Island is a turtle in reverse. It talks about poverty mindset. It talks about a lack mentality. it talks about I forget what else it talks about, but that's what comes to mind. A fork in the road is making a decision. And in the reverse, it talks about when you're not making a decision, you're still making a decision. So if this is about mentality, I suppose I would say remember that what we think and what you, I would say using third person, like no, you second person. I think that's it. So using words like you is helpful to sort of then have this automatic writing. So this then also becomes an automatic writing exercise where not only have you pulled, but you're also sort of giving spirit a chance to write through you and communicate through you. So you say it as though you're speaking in, I think it's second person. So remember that what we think, or what you think, and what you spend the most time on, ruminating, or whatever, is what may grow. Are you thinking positively? Are you taking appropriate actions? Choosing not to choose is still choosing. Don't allow the automatic to become reality. Use yourself to turn things around purposefully and forcibly if necessary. Work on your mindset with purpose. So now what I'm going to do is actually look up Treasure Island here. Ah, shit. I think it's number 9. Oh, man. I put all the cards away. But I know this deck so well. It is number 9. So Treasure Island, the protection message says poverty consciousness and a sense of not enough cast a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you've acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? You are challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. So, choosing not to choose, but I would also say take a risk. Take a risk. I feel like rock bottom would have been the card that would have been that would have come out if it was a different deck. All right. So, mental health, I think I pretty much sort of sums up the same thing here. Imagine talks about using your mental state, using your mentality to think of good things, essentially. So I'm going to say, think of 3 impossibly wonderful things every day this month. Or at least try to. Doom and gloom is not your destiny. Imagine anew. A leg up talks about help, and that's been like a massive theme since I've been doing my card pulls. I think that's card number 34. And so it is. Girl. Are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it'll make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good for you. Have a lesson to learn. ... So imagine anew and seek and accept the help around you necessary to do so and to create a world closer to what feels good more often than not. Because if I read imagine, now this one, I could not tell you what I think that's 37, is it? Don't know. No, that's Never Ending Story. What is imagine? Is that 8? No, it's not 8. Oof, girl, I need to go to the index. Imagine rare doesn't come out a lot. So when you're writing this, essentially what I'm showing you is to go back to your root meanings. Definitely like flex your own muscle and write down your initial hits, but also expand it because we're reading for a month, right? Things can change in a month and there could be something more that the book definition or book whatever has that might be of more value or of added value outside of your intuitive hit of what you don't know yet, because the mind that your hits are coming from the mind of March. You haven't experienced April yet. So what I mean is, for instance, if you watch the last video when I was doing my health and my health reading in March, it was based off of the things that I knew I was experiencing then. But March ended up being a lot more different categories, if that makes sense. So anyway, I do recommend at that point like seeking out other definitions and then maybe leaving space for like your reflection as well to see where it ended up fitting for you. So the first is, as you're pulling, just your intuitive hits, like what you think it is, what it's about, and then from reading the summary in the book, writing down some of the thoughts that come through, automatic writing using second person, I believe that's you, using you instead of first person I, or third person he, she. And then the third would be writing your yes, washi tape. Yes, bitch. I love washi tape. And then the third, writing your reflections either as the month is going or at the end of the month if you choose to. So now looking at imagine in the upright, one of the upright cards has 3 definitions, like I was telling you earlier. It talks about who you want to be, what do you need to believe in order to have the life you want. You are gifted the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. This is a time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver messages, images of what feeds your soul, and allow your feelings to mingle. So it is what I was writing basically. But as it came up with a leg up, I think with mental health, then this sort of says using help, and I've already taken steps for this, so this is a confirmation, to move forward. Yeah. And bring about a world that feels better. Whatever. All right. Health, go the distance in reverse. This is about desert stuff. Fuck. I think that's 47. Baby, when you know your decks, you know your decks. All right. It is 47. So health, it says, do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now? It's not a health message, it's a protection message. When you conjure up an image of the desert, do you picture parched lips, sunburn, da-da-da? But there's more to it than that. Amid the hot sands of creation are resilient spirits, tough skins, and the willingness to burrow deep underground. So water. So, okay, so this is about resilience. So resilience in ill health or non-optimal health. It's a time to develop, survival skills, I guess. And learn how to conserve your strength and be selective about where you expend your energy. Hey. It's an important time of letting go of what's not important. So this is definitely about deciphering and speaking up for my body. And its needs. That's what this feels like. All right, money. TikTok and new life in reverse. I don't want to go through everything. Love, regeneration, and higher power. Any other questions before I continue doing this process? You can use anything. You can use a divination tool that I prefer using a divination tool that I like, as in a divination tool that, oh wow, it's totally the wrong sticker. A divination tool that I'm familiar with, than one that I'm not. However, it would help you learn a new deck if you used a different deck. I really enjoyed this sticker. I don't know where you can find this, but I really like this. I found it at Hobby Lobby, obviously. But it's 412 stickers, and okay, that doesn't really say what it is. Ah, it's called the Hello Friend. Bonjour, mon ami. Oh, wow. That just means hello friend. Okay. New life in reverse is something that I've been getting a lot. It feels like in protection. It says you must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new. Yeah, okay. It's gonna take time. You're at the beginning. There is a timetable for it all. Having said that, TikTok though has its own message of money. Now the beautiful thing is that TikTok has a prosperity meaning. So I'm very curious to see what it has to say about my Monty. Oh my gosh, I cannot find it. Oh, it's 30. Card 30. Okay. For anybody that's ever received TikTok, here it is for you. Your prosperity is co-created by your endeavors as they occur in human-made time and the eternal efforts of your most important manifestation partner, spirit. Okay. So keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive. Make a commitment to remain in high vibrational thoughts and feelings. If you heed the message of this card, it will seem as if you will align with your highest calling. So what's all the fuss about not having enough time? The prosperous life that is yours will never pass you by. So I'm just getting, keep going, there's time. It's not very helpful, but okay, love. Regeneration, higher power. Higher power is always these came up both in the upright, which is new because the love readings have just not, the love guidance has just been very confusing. For sure. So when it comes to your love life, when you're doing that reading, try to be detached lest you go into an entire freak out session over what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Because that will happen. All right. Especially when regeneration is essentially the death card. So love guidance, that being death, this is literally the second time I've gotten the death card in terms of love guidance. So exciting. Love that for me. For whatever, if you're using this kind of deck, I don't know if there's any other decks that are like the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is the deck that I'm using. It has three meanings. It has an oracle message, which is a general message, a relationship message, and a prosperity message in the upright. In the reverse, it has a protection message. So essentially, every card has four messages. Now, having said that, when they show up in the upright, it kind of sucks a little bit because you have to look at all three. but you really don't have to. Since this is for relationships specifically with love, I can go ahead and jump straight to the relationship message, but I would also advise myself to read, and you, to read the oracle's message so that you can have extra information, I guess, or like a base understanding. If you're using something like the Lenormand system, same with that. I think at least the Lenormand deck that I have, it goes into multiple meanings for each card, as in multiple categories. So I still would read the general and then also go to the specific message. So the regeneration says second chances are available to you now. Okay. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. I'm writing the energy of the month at the top. I didn't write that for the others, but the fact that this talks about authenticity makes me curious. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your new life, destinies being fulfilled in wondrous ways. Shocker. I don't even know what to write. All right. The relationship message is the world is based on connections and relationships, no matter how loss has occurred. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel that love is rising up to greet you? So what I'd like to say is, as you're shuffling for love, if you're in a partnership, you can make it specific for love guidance for that partnership. In general, you can also say, what is my love guidance overall, in case you have other situations going on in your life. I don't know your life. I don't know your story. If you're single, you can do the same thing. What is my love guidance to, get in line with the vibration of someone who's mine? So that is helpful to somebody out there, maybe. I don't know what this message is. So I know higher power always asks, what are you putting a lot of emphasis on? What are you giving a lot of energy to? Now I'm really curious what it says actually as like a relationship message. This card reminds you that you're more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit. Ask what is the highest good for all. How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous. Okay. So I'd say get out of your own way and allow spirit and the other loving beings in your life and world to show up for you in love. You are guided to begin again and begin anew. Forgive the sins of the past and judge based on the present. Burn the old and send it what? Down the river with love, grace, and fuckery. That's for me. This is my personal journal. I can write whatever I want. Now the higher power relationship message says it's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power called God, Goddess, Spirit, whatever. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is number one priority. Whoops. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. Be honest with your energy and speak spirit to spirit, soul to soul, not ego to ego. This might be hard to do. It may yield better results. Don't make yourself the enemy. Oh, so much work. All right, the last one is career work, yin in reverse. This talks about pushing a little bit, but pushing with grace. So I'm going to say push a bit, but push with grace. Still be still, but move when you need to and must. Go with the flow. And when asked what the flow should be, say what you want. This doesn't make any sense. What? How does that relate, bro? Okay. Do you have trouble receiving? Oh, that's what yin is. I always forget. Oh my God. Okay. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, the one who receives the gift, the gesture, or offer in equal measure, which is really funny because this is about career work mentality. And this is, the money was about new life. So it's yin and new life are have a similarity to them, which is very interesting to me. Okay. You can't always lead, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, the one who receives the gifts, Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Oh, whoopee, whoopee, whoopee. Those are my thoughts. This is what the book says, and I'm going to just copy verbatim. Be open to receiving and being pleasantly surprised. By what shows up. Allow the good stuff coming your way to give to you. Shit, there might be some opportunities for me this month. That's nice. So yeah, this is pretty much me. I might go ahead and I'm writing out my topics and a question for each. Nice. Well done, J. Willie. I'll BRB. Gotta do a few things. Yeah, of course. Do what you need to do. Oh my god, this is so long. So much longer than it really needed to be. And yours doesn't have to take this long. I think you can probably do yours boom, boom, boom if you're not stopping to talk to people. This is, this makes sense. You don't have to, you know, go for as long as my ass did. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna put a heart right there. Hey guys, I'm just trying to use up all my stickers, alright? Like, I'm literally just trying to, like, use up as much of my stickers as possible because that means I can get new stickers. Let's be honest. Let's talk about it. I just want to get more stickers. So, okay. Last question is, what's fun is that I did a weekend guidance for myself, which spoke on doing stuff along these lines. Amazing. So that's cool that this came in time for that. I do encourage this. I really do. I do encourage doing something like this. I also do encourage the weeklies. This video was only available to, excuse me, the members. It's in the member platform, but I do suggest pulling for yourself and looking to see how your year is going. You may not see it much by April or, you know, 4 months in, but yeah, I don't know, man. This energy's kind of been wild. Yeah. I'm gonna need to look more at No Place Like Home as far as April is concerned, just to see how it goes. But this doesn't have to be, again, a difficult process. It can be quite fun. I have a shit ton of like stickers that I have because I do this for my own bullet journals, like my actual journal. So these are the kinds of things that I just generally enjoy doing. Anyway. Oh yeah. What was my health guidance? Deciphering and speaking up for my body and its needs. Alright. Alright. I'll put a little cute little sticker right here. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna do this off camera. By myself. I wish you everything. Okay. Did this break through? Did not. So I'm gonna, I don't know, April's kind of a green month to me, I'm not gonna lie. April's kind of a green month to me, so I'm gonna close this video off and wish you everything. Remember that if you did watch this video, you can comment what you need to comment, and I will pull a card for you. I'm so sorry about that noise. Alright guys, keep your light on. Good luck. And let me know how your monthly pull went. Alright? Bye-bye.